It's black and I want it. I'm talking about the MacBooks. Give me a second. So as you know, Apple announced some new MacBooks this week. Let's talk about them. This week, Apple held their Scary Fast event. It wasn't that scary, but it went by really fast. It was around 30 minutes, and they really focused about three things. The first and the most important part of the whole event was the fact that their new generation of processors were out. We got three new processors, the new M3, M3 Pro, and the M3 Max. The biggest focus is that they're made out of 3 nanometers technology, which is more battery efficient, faster, and they have a new GPU architecture. This is the biggest leap for Apple Silicon in graphics. The M3 processor is basically replacing the M2 processor, and it's okay for everyday tasks and slightly professional tasks. And if you actually want to do professional type of video editing, music production, or any type of graphic designing, you need to go to the M3 Pro or the M3 Max. Few reasons behind that is that they support up to 128 gigs of RAM on the M3 Max and up to 36 gigs of RAM on M3 Pro. That's insane to have 128 gigs of RAM inside of the laptop. I know it's gonna cost a lot, but look, you need to understand that there are people out there that their professional life needs a fast and reliable computer on the go, and they cannot rely on it like an M2 Studio Ultra like computer that is like basically a tower, and it requires power and also it requires a monitor all the time. Look, I don't want to bore you with numbers and be like, oh, it's 30 times faster, 60 times faster. What I understood from Apple's event is that they're not trying to upgrade you from an M2 series, and they're really focused on people from Intel. They were constantly saying, hey, if you're coming from Intel or if you're coming from an M1 series, these are great upgrades. M2 was in the charts, but they were never pointing at M2. Like in one of the examples, they were like, compared to an M1, it's like 80 times faster. Look, it's still a giant leap for what it is, because M1, it was just released, what, 2 years ago? And for it to be like around 40-50% faster just in 2 years, that's a massive improvement. I'm not gonna say that the M3 is not faster than M2, but the difference is not that big of a difference. One of the products that they finally updated is the iMac. So they didn't do anything for the outside of the iMac. It's exactly the same M1 iMac with the same colors, with the same accessories. Yeah, with that same ugly mouse that charges underneath. Yeah, just let's not talk about that. But now they have the M3 processor inside of them, which is amazing for video editing, photo editing, and also you can do a little bit of gaming. Look, honestly, I would love to see game developers bring their games to Mac, but I guess they don't really care. But yeah, it's good for if you want to play your Sims. The second thing that they announced is the new MacBook Pro 14-inch and 16-inch. When it comes again to the build quality, the design, and everything else, it's exactly a copycat of an M2 and an M1 MacBook Pro. But what they did this generation is that they finally got rid of that MacBook with the Touch ID. Look, Touch ID was a great concept, but it was a cool gimmicky thing that would change based on every application you would use. But yeah, it wasn't it. And I think Apple realized it, and from the feedback that they got, they were like, nah, we just need to get rid of it. Now it kind of makes more sense, because when I used to have a chat with people, every time they were like, should I get the MacBook Pro 13-inch or should I get MacBook Air M2? I was like, just get the MacBook Air, save some money, because you get the better display, you get the MagSafe technology back, you get a better camera inside of it. And it didn't really make sense for me to tell them to get a MacBook Pro just because it has a touch bar and a fan inside of it. But this generation's base MacBook Pro has the mini LED display, and it also has the M3, but only 8 gigs of RAM. And I guess it's because Apple is not really trying to get the professionals to get this, and that's why they put the new black MacBook on the M3 Pro, which is such an Apple move. They want you to spend more. And like I said, I want it because it's black. Look, I have already ordered one. I will get my MacBook in next week and I'll do a review on it, and I'll let you know how that new black looks like. I personally hated the Midnight on the MacBook Air series because it was a fingerprint magnet, but according to Apple, there's a new oleophobic thing that they have put on it and it's fingerprint resistant. I gotta see to believe it, because with the MacBook Air Midnight, the blue would also come off after a while, like the charging port would just like become silver. If you're getting a MacBook Air, by the way, do not get that Midnight. That's a horrible color. Just get Starlight or the space gray or even the silver. Any of those three colors, they're great. This MacBook still has the beautiful mini LED from the previous generations. It has up to 22 hours of battery life thanks to the efficiency of the Apple silicon. We need to give credit to Apple, especially with these MacBooks getting faster and faster and the display brightness being higher and higher. Apple is still trying to deliver amazing battery life on these computers. I know this is not related to the MacBooks. It was so insane that this whole event was recorded on an iPhone 15 Pro. I've been saying this for so long that the standard for me when it comes to video recording on smartphones is always iPhone. Yes, I understand Apple had so many equipments from amazing lightings and also from like gimbals and stuff like that to make it look better. But look, if Samsung can pull it off, go ahead, do it. A lot of people think I'm an Apple hater. No, I'm an Apple fanboy, but I am the biggest critic when it comes to Apple because I want them to be good. Like in the past few videos, I've got a lot of haters in the comments going off at me. Guys, chill, it's just a phone, okay? I understand that you guys want Apple to be the best, but I am not gonna review things based on being a fanboy. I am reviewing things for you guys and for people that actually wanna know what to get and what to expect from the phone. In my opinion, these MacBooks and these iMac updates are worth it for people coming from an M1 or before. Just one thing, for the iMac review, I haven't decided what color should I get. Can you please help me out in the comment section and let me know which color iMac you guys want to see for me to review. I will let you know what I think about the MacBook when it comes in. I will be doing a review on the iMac and the MacBook Pro when they come out. Please make sure you subscribe. As you know, I want to quit my 9 to 5 and we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you all, and until the next video, take care.